Hey kids, it's Benny. Do you know the man behind me? It's President Andrew Jackson. He was a Democrat, and you know what? He was lynched by a group of leftist insurrectionists here in May of 2020. They actually climbed up on that statue, liberals, and put a noose around the neck of one of the most famous Democrat presidents ever. And guess what? Everyone loves a rerun, because just this last weekend, Palestinian protesters stormed the White House again. You're not gonna believe what we found when we came here after the Hamasurrection 2.0.
Come on, man.
Let's go find out.
On the night of November 4th, 2023, terrorists supporting leftist orcs stormed the White House, desecrated national monuments, and smeared blood-red paint all over the gates of the White House while scaling the fences and hoisting foreign hostile flags above the gates of the president's residence. So what will be the penalty? U.S. Code 1361 says that these people must be arrested for destroying government property. What does the White House look like now? Check it out.
Pay no attention to the terrorists behind the curtain, because that's what's happening right here at the White House. We were here earlier this morning, saw the red paint everywhere, the red hands desecrating the physical fence of the White House. Now it's been covered up by a curtain as they power washed it all off. Who gets to pay for this, I wonder? Will there be any restitution for any of the protesters who desecrated the White House? The other thing that I find particularly interesting is that still, 24 hours, 48 hours later, there is enormous amounts of garbage, refuse, trash, and rubbish that's still here, left by our environmentalist friends. I need to get a tetanus shot after touching that. And of course, they have closed down the entirety of the front of the White House. There's police officers stationed there. Sad thing is that this should all be open, obviously, for tourism. In a normal time, you'd be able to walk right up to the gate there, right? Really tall fence. But they were climbing that fence. They were vandalizing and desecrating the White House itself, and so they shut it all down, and it gets worse. So you'll see the ferocity of these violent criminal protesters here as they have climbed up to the very, very tippy top there. Again, another Revolutionary War memorial that has been desecrated by people who are, at the very least, terrorist group adjacent with supporting Hamas. And here you have a nice solid one, maybe two Joe Bidens up at the top there. Unlike some of the other monuments, this monument is right across the street from the press entrance at the White House. So that's where all the journalists go in to journal. Yet I haven't seen so little about the desecration of these monuments. In fact, an ABC News reporter tweeted that this was simply a passionate demonstration. These are the results of a passionate demonstration. What framing? How generous. Does this look like it's a passionate demonstration to you, or does this look like they have desecrated, vandalized, and behaved illegally here across the street from the White House on federal property? Again, holding my breath for federal charges. I think I might suffocate. The best part about the modern day leftist movement is that it's so clean. It's so healthy for the environment. They never leave a paper trail, ever. Oh, hey, look at this. Dear viewer, what do you think would happen to you if you wrote FJB on this, the monument directly across from the White House? You think that law enforcement would be very kind to you? How do you think this would work out for you? Not well. Don't recommend. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. It's also heartening to know that across from the White House, you still have homeless people chaining up their shopping carts filled with rubbish. A proper reminder of the economic state of America under Joe Biden. Primo real estate right there. Keen observers of history will recognize this building behind me that was burned down during the last leftist insurrection at the White House in May of 2020, when rabid leftist orcs stormed the White House, injured Secret Service officers, injured police officers, and burned this building to the ground, along with the church right behind it, St. John's Church, one of the oldest and most historic churches in America, lit ablaze, set on fire. You'll note that they are still fixing this, even though we're nearly 4 years in to that insurrection. But you know what? more's merrier. Because from this vantage point, as they continue to try and fix the damage of the last leftist insurrection, you can see all the rest of the damage that they need to fix. Like right over here, you can see, of course, the graffitied statue and so on and so on. Boy, will they ever stop? I guess that's a question for your average Democrat voter. Would you look at that? Right in front of your White House, literally on White House property, is here. The vandalization and graffiti to the Revolutionary War, to General Lafayette, and our American founding. Literally White House grounds. Anybody even tried to stop this? Was anybody arrested? It's clearly defacing of a monument. Now, we've talked you through how this is illegal in Washington, D.C. You can't deface federal monuments. Federal crime. But right here and right over there, you can see the statue back there too. That one's for Saratoga. Defaced, defaced. Somebody walked up here, defaces this monument, and what happens? Nothing? Court of Appeals is right there. Federal courthouse, nothing? It's not like there's a shortage of police officers around here. I wonder if Trump supporters were spray painting monuments here. Not that they ever would, because they respect the monuments. What would the result be? An interesting thought experiment. Shall we? It gets worse. So you came all the way here from Georgia?
Yeah, because Elliot is and he is interested in history a lot.
Yeah.
His dream is to become a, what is it?
President.
To be a president? You could be up there. You could make a statue of you someday, young man.
Yeah.
Hey, if you were president, would you allow people to go and write a bunch of mean and ugly things all over the monuments?
No.
No, because they're for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the kids, definitely, we want to be novel when we want to try to express our opinions.
That's right. Keep it clean. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Palestinians and the riots. Yeah, we understand their positions, but any gatherings, anything, so you need to follow the laws and the rules, and that it could be more powerful.
That's right.
Yeah, when they just follow the rules. Because this country has the great constitution and the laws, and so.
Hey man, we need more parents like you and more families like this. Look at this great looking family. When you run for president, you just say, hey, Benny, you promised me to write me a check. I'll write you your first donation, okay? First donation, all right? This is Black Lives Matter Plaza. You can see here the street is still painted like this. It used to say on this street, in this spot, defund the police. They painted over that one because it was politically inconvenient. How long until the Palestinian protesters are politically inconvenient to those in power? I guess we'll wait and see. It's your boy Benny, asking for a little bit of sanity in your nation's capital. Probably not gonna get it, but we can make fun of them still. What a joke, man. See ya.